everyone, and welcome to this live broadcast on Facebook Live, where we go over a brand new product that Stahls has just launched known as Hi-Vis Color Reflect. So the definition of the product is pretty much in the name, pretty self-explanatory. It is a reflective heat transfer vinyl that has color added to it. So if you're familiar with our fashion reflect that we had in the past, it's a little bit similar to that, but it's definitely going to be a lot more production friendly. It's very easy to cut and weed. It has a nice tacky backing, so we're able to get very fine detail. And what's nice about these colors is they're very bright and they have a lot of retro reflectivity, and that they dyed what is the 3M 5807 product and created color with it. So you can see some of the rolls I'm seeing that we have here. We launched 9 new colors. Those colors are pink, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, navy, purple, and black. And you can see a variety of those here. One of my favorites is the blue, and then of course the navy as well. So the navy is a muted color, so you'll notice that, and you probably can't really tell because of how the lights are hitting this, but if you see it in person, the colors are actually a little bit muted because they're taking on the gray reflective heat transfer vinyl that the color is being dyed onto. So they have a little bit of a muted color, but as soon as the light hits them, they shine very bright. So that's exactly what you're seeing with our studio lights hitting these very bright and vibrant color. So we always say here at Stahls TV and any of our educational seminars or webinars that we do, that we want to replicate or do a little bit of what retail is already offering, because when our customers are shopping and then they come to you to have you create custom apparel for them or personalization, they want what they're seeing in retail. So if they're seeing big name brands offer this product, that means they want their apparel decorator to be able to offer the same. And it goes from fashion wear all the way to sportswear or athletic wear. And it's going to be very popular because we're seeing an increase in popularity for night activities where they're actually going to need reflective, or early morning. Anytime there's a low light situation where they're either running or biking or anything like that. So those are some of the athletic wear opportunities that you have when using Hi-Vis Color Reflective. Another great point is you can also use this for your road workers too. So reflective during the day doesn't really show very brightly on those bright yellow colors that they're wearing to be seen during the day. And then when they're at night, they see the reflective. But whenever they're printing on those bright yellow colors for during the day, they can't really read the logo or the reflective that's there. So if you're customizing any of that, you kind of want to use some of the color in the color reflective so that it will show during the day and then also at night. Now, of course, you want it ANSI certified, which our Hi-Vis Color Reflect is not. So you'll want to make sure that you have an ANSI certified piece of apparel that you will be putting this onto, just so that you meet those regulations for our road workers or municipalities to wear. And I will use my 11 by 15 that's on here, and I'm going to be decorating an Ogio tank top. This tank top is 100% polyester, and our Hi-Vis Color Reflect adheres perfectly on there. All right, so before I apply my transfer, of course, I want to do a quick preheat. All right, so that'll just be a 5-second preheat just to release any moisture or wrinkles in the fabric. And then I can go ahead and place my transfer down, okay? So I want to go a couple inches from the collar. It's usually about 3 fingers down. And I want to cover with my cover sheet, all right? My cover sheet is going to protect anything from the upper platen getting to that transfer or onto the shirt. All right, so this applies for 20 seconds. And is a cold peel, so I'm going to wait for that to cool whenever I go to peel away the carrier. And just a general rule of thumb, whenever I am waiting for this to cool, I'll usually put this on a cold surface. All right, so I'm just going to use the wall beside me to cool down that transfer faster. Doesn't need to be completely cold, just a little cool to touch, and then I can go ahead and peel this back. This is the black that I'm using. You can see that it gives a nice tone-on-tone look with this tank top and has a nice reflective to it. And whenever you are working with this product, I urge you to shine a light on it so that you can see how bright and reflective it is. We do have some pictures of a flash actually hitting it, and we can share those. All right, the next application that we're doing is a zip-up jacket. I'm just going to be using the same 11 by 15 platen because these seams here are thin enough that they're not going to cause me to have uneven pressure. All right, and if I was worried about those seams there, the only thing I would have to do is put a pillow in there so that it raises the area that I'm putting my transfer. But since these are a nice thin seam, I can go ahead and just place this down. This is also another OGIO garment that I'm using. OGIO is a really nice brand. They have an active wear line. So if you're looking for blank apparel to use our Hi-Vis Color Reflect, you can choose OGIO, and that is sold through Sanmar. The key whenever using higher end reflective materials such as the Hi-Vis is to use higher end retail garments. OGIO is a higher end garment, and I'm able to increase the profitability of this jacket by using a product that has good quality to it and a high perceived value, which Hi-Vis Color Reflect does. All right, so I'm just going to place this against the wall to get it to cool down a little bit. I don't have to worry about this material kind of moving around or anything, or stretching or distorting whenever I'm moving this carrier back. So as soon as I peel that back, I don't have to worry about any distortion in my transfer, which is a key thing whenever you are doing production. All right, so if you're doing a lot of these shirts, you don't have to worry whenever you're ripping that carrier off quick about it distorting or anything. So our next application is going to be a pair of leggings. Leg and sleeve platen is a 6 by 20, so I have 20 inches in length to work with if I decide that I want my design to go up the full length of my legging, or I can just print the half of that. So I have all of this dimension to work with, and then I also have 6 inches in width to work with. All right, so I want to make sure that I'm on the back of my leg here. So this is my Sport Tech legging. Again, that's that brand I mentioned as being a nice active wear line from Sanmar. All right, so I'm going to start about here and work my way up the calf. All right, so I just want to make sure I'm placing it on the outer edge. So apply this for its recommended application. I forgot to preheat, but there's no sense in going back at this point just for the demonstration, so I'll move over to my 20-second application. Our application instructions are online, so all you have to do is look at that in order to add it. That was a simple application. I didn't wait too long to cool that, and you'll notice it did fine, but you'll notice a little bit of distortion in there because I did peel it too hot. You can see that it's kind of bumping up here in some of the letters there. You'll notice that this is a tone-on-tone print, but that blue still shines very bright. And adding yellow to a darker color shirt is going to make it pop even more, even though it can be a muted color. All right, so Brandy asked, where can we find the tank used for this? You can get them from Sanmar. The same style of tank that I applied at the heat press is the same here. It's an OGIO Endurance brand, and you can get that from Sanmar. And it is available, so you can go on our website under the CAD-CUT material, vinyl, and twill tab, and it'll come up as Hi-Vis Color Reflect. All of the cutting specs are in there so that you can start cutting on your vinyl cutter. If you do not have a vinyl cutter, it is available in custom, so you can send us your artwork on it, and we'll send it to you already cut so that you can heat apply it. All right, thank you guys so much for joining in. I will be sure to answer any questions after the live broadcast. See you next week on The Morning Show.